AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
King Speech, you want to roll tonight, man. He said, pure, raw, unadulterated bummage. A single.
How are we going to start with that? We won the game.
Listen, they're ready to get in here. All in the building. Usually, we fixing these YouTube algorithms up, man. Big win.
Big baby.
Big baby.
Hey, big baby. Welcome. You know, I know it's kind of tough out there in LA. With hopefully Luka's all right.
Listen, Big Baby's the only real Lakers fan I know for the past couple years. Been saying, get rid of LeBron. Luka, all right, he waiting this thing out. That's what he doing. Get homie out of here. It's Knicks Rehab, yo. I'm sorry.
They named him David Sniff. That's mad funny.
Oh, ball suckers.
See what you did. That look good.
Big flea.
That look good.
Never the little
Fucking biggest, y'all. We're here.
So hypnotize. Don't hypnotize. Mitchy, can't you see? Flea. That conspiracy's alive and well, baby Bubba. What we talking about right now?
Yo, man,
oh boy, what we talking about right now? Look, he's already trying to disrupt.
Nigga went and got 20 rebounds on your head, man.
Listen,
nigga went and got 20 rebounds on your head, man.
We don't have time for the hater chatter. We need to see what is this?
Tonight.
Great. Why was he great though? The alley from Jalen. Oh, I've never seen Mitchell Robinson run like this in my life ever. Look at him. Who runs like that? We threw the Jets on.
Knicks Rehab.
Does he have to do it again?
Yeah, he does. Night in and night out. You the same nigga that be late to the party with a lot of it. You got to get proven to. Now I can't be proven to. Nah, do it. Be consistent. I love it.
You saw the zoom in on Peter Pan on the sidelines like this, watching.
Right. But he don't get no credit. He don't get no credit.
All I said was you said do it again. He did it again. That's all I said. I don't want no trouble, brother. My brother, I don't want no trouble with family.
Keep doing
the
it.
Beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, elegant, the exquisite. Mo is in the building. Mo, what up, baby?
Mo, what's good? What's good?
Oh, another beautiful, lovely, extravagant, sexy, elegant, exquisite. Tory B is in the building, y'all.
Tory B, what up, baby?
Another sexy, exquisite, beautiful, lovely. You see Darlene B in a minute. Darlene B, what's good, baby?
Yeah, I'm pulling Darlene card. Darlene, where you been? We miss you, girl. Good to see
Darlene
you,
B. Yeah, Darlene B been missing in action, man. Hope all is well, man.
We miss you,
Happy
girl.
you in the building.
Tory B said, just so y'all know, I'm the one who helped Mitch with his free throws.
And I believe that. I believe that over that other bullshit. Paula Patton. Yeah, okay. I'm giving credit to Tory B. That's right.
Whoever did it, thank God.
What Drewski say? What do you mean by that? Mo says she officially believes the conspiracy, the TMC conspiracy, the Twitchy conspiracy. What are we talking about? So they're saying what up to Cherokee, but I don't see her chat. But you go right ahead.
Oh man, listen. The ladies of AllBall TV is in the building. The beautiful, the lovely, the sexy, the extravagant, the elegant. Cherokee is in the building. Cherokee, what up, baby?
Cherokee, I ain't see you, girl. Cherokee, what up?
Cherokee, that's a legendary name. That's all I'm gonna say. Legendary name. Man, oh man.
As she would say, wipe your feet when you.
No,
That
go
name-
ahead. Go ahead.
listen.
I'm glad you cut me off.
That name shivers down my back. Cherokee.
So let
Lord
me
have
ask you a
mercy.
question. Which one is worse right now?
Get the show started. Come on, Fabian. Come on, man. We ain't doing this. Get the show started. Come on, man.
All right,
No,
man.
we not doing that. No.
JR, thank you for your $4.99. I'm gonna rip the band-aid. Cat and our 26 or free first round pick for Dante and Nas Reed and whatever makes up the rest of the Cat salary. We can get more reliable production.
I ain't mad at him. Fuck it.
Wow. I didn't know we were going there though. That was kind of wicked. Myth, thank you for your $5. Told you. We going front rehab to heated Knicks fans this year. Or we going from rehab to healed Knicks fans this year. Myth, we're from New York. We're never healed. We're always aggressive and toxic. That's what we do, sucker. Back at it. Huh? Big Knicks. Big Mitch. Big body. Brunson. Ho. Give him the Santa Claus laugh. 132, 125 victory for the Nueva York Knicks over them bum-ass Miami Heat. Jalen Brunson going bananas. We'll get to him in a second. And his 45 points going crazy. Bam Adebayo. Not gonna lie.
Niggas dirt.
Oh my God. Your boy's been saying it for a minute.
Been saying that.
Listen, I'll get this all defensive first team business. I don't even know about that. And definitely offensively. You are regular out here, Bam Adebayo. Holy shit. Imagine if he played for our team, we would be going crazy. Flea, you would be losing your mind if that man was posting up every night for us at the Garden.
If we had Bam, I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
We just go with it. We have to get past the box score. 7 points, Andrew Wiggins. More bummage. Andrew Wiggins. Garbage. They made excuse after excuse for you, brother. You got that flash in the pan and Golden State. Good for you. Got the ring. You earned it. Not gonna lie for that year. But you let Draymond Green run amok, man. Well, you should have snuffed him because he's still over there going crazy. 28 points for Khalil Ware. 19 rebounds is saying there, Flea. Some people are saying, you said 20. I seen King Speech say 20 as well. It looks like it's a 20-20 for the night. Khalil Ware, a.k.a. Miami Wemby's what they call him. In them streets of Miami. That's what I heard. 13 points for Davion Mitchell, 22 for Norman Powell, 23 for Jaime Jaquez. He had 23? Damn. He had a sneaky 23. Norman Powell's 22 felt more like 35. He really kept him in the game. I think he's the only one with a good plus minus, the only positive plus minus on the Miami Heat. All positive minutes from him. But who cares? We talking about our Knicks. 18 points for OG Anunoby after having big donut in the first half. Went crazy in the second half. Held us down. Josh Hart, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Loved him driving down on a fast break. Did a little spinner Rooney. Passed it off to OG. Amazing work over there. 2 points for Carl Anthony.
Did you say spinner Rooney?
I did say spinner Rooney. 2 points for the imposter. Sad lion tonight, guys. Pussycat. 2 points, 3 turnovers, 4 fouls, 6 rebounds, 1 for 5 from the field, no 3-point attempts, just 2 free throw attempts. He was complaining all night long about free throws you're never going to get. We'll get to him in a second. 24 points for Mikal Bridges. Another day at the office for Mikal Bridges. Jesus H. Huh? 4 assists to go along with those 24 points, 2 rebounds, and some stellar defense, point of attack. Top of the league looks like. Top 10 at least. 10 points for Jordan Clarkson. Some decent minutes. 9 points for Mitchell Robinson. 7 rebounds. Of course, the love that we showed earlier. He's going bananas. Bananas. Hustling down court. Sprinting like he was Usain Bolt all of a sudden. Big time. Big time. Diarra, in 3 minutes of action, hit a 3-pointer from the corner. I thought it was OG. Flea and I was speaking offline. We thinking that, Mike Brown loves that kid. Wants to give him more minutes. Earned his vote of confidence. 9-man rotation summed up with Tyler Kolek in his 6 points, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. He had 1 turnover. But he's continuing the progress. Did pretty well for us. Played the entire second quarter, if I'm not mistaken. It all takes a backseat to the captain. 47 points, 8 assists, 15 and 26 from the field, 6 of 13 from the field. He had 27 in the first half, added another 20 in the second half. Bananas. The Knicks shot 20 of 38 from 3. That was the beginning of the story there, because Miami shot 17 and 35. Both teams were on fuego. You see here, tail of the 2 halves. Miami Heat. They controlled the second quarter specifically, because the first quarter looked like it was back and forth. And you see here, third quarter and on, Miami Heat couldn't do nothing. 5 lead changes. The biggest lead was 11 by the Knicks. Miami had a 10-point lead at a certain point, but that dwindled, obviously. 132-125 was the final score. 36-45, Miami Heat won the rebound battle, primarily because of Khalil Ware. He went bananas. Mitchell Robinson's gonna have to watch some tape. Carl Anthony Towns gonna have to watch some tape. 28 assists to 26. The Knicks got the edge on the assist battle. 7-5, they got the steals edge. 3-1, they got the blocks edge. 12-11 turnovers. Glad it wasn't more than that. 55% from the field, the Knicks shot to Miami's 47. 52% from 3 to Miami's 48. The free throw disparity, 85% for the Knicks, 74 for the Miami Heat. And here we go, second chance points. The Miami Heat had 24 of those to the New York Knicks 7. Fast break points, the Knicks had 15 to 10 around, to edge them out. And points in the paint was 46 all. They both tied for the same amount of points in the paint. Sometimes they update all that stuff, so we'll check back on later on that. AllBall. Big win for the Knicks. What are your thoughts here with our victory, snapping, not allowing us to be a 2-game losing streak?
I think this was a very big win. As I tell y'all, night in and night out, every team we play against, they give their best, especially when it's at home in the Garden. We all know, Miami's a tough team, no matter what the roster looks like. They got one of the best coaches in the NBA, and for some reason, Miami always plays us tough. You watch the whole game, you see it had to go down to the wire. Even when we up 10, they still on fire hitting threes. What kept Miami in the game was free throws. They shot, I think, double amount of free throws than us. We might have shot 17, 18. They shot 35 or something like that. So that's what kept them in the game. But this was a great bounce back game. We both all was saying that, let's see how we bounce back Sunday night. Let's not try to go on a 2-3 game losing streak. And to protect home against a tough team, listen, it was a great win. Big body Brunson. Listen, man, Flea, how long we been saying it now? Fabian, what more do people need to see? I seen a post from I think it might have been Players Choice. Shout out to them. And one of the young men was saying, like, yo, at this point, it's like no matter what the defense is, whether it's a great defense, a bad defense, whether it's a double, triple team, this young man Brunson does what it does. And we're gonna start having to give him the respect he deserves. When we talk about some of the best little guards that ever played the game, from A.I. to Iverson, the Currys, and we're not talking about championships. And we know Brunson is, far from being done. He has a whole career ahead of him. But when we start talking about some of the best that ever did it at that height, to put the ball in the bucket, just solely how we treat Carmelo, we got to start treating Brunson like that, y'all. I'm saying as far as when we talk about Melo, as far as being one of the best power forwards, one of the best offensive guys at that size to put the ball in the bucket, when we talk about little guys that can play basketball and put that thing in the bucket, listen, man, Jalen Brunson is the real deal. Without Brunson tonight, we lose this game. I'm not going to stomp on Cat because I'm pretty sure we all going to do that in a bit. But I listen, Brunson was who he is, man. The young man can play the game of basketball. No matter what defense you play against him, he's going to get his numbers. But for me, I'm just glad that Mike Brown got this win. I like some of the rotations. I keep telling y'all, we can say what we want about Jordan Clarkson, but his minutes are very important when Deuce and Shamit is not there, right? He's always, for some reason, he'll get on your nerves, but he'll hit a timely bucket, which we would need drastically, right? Big Mitch, 100% from the free throw line tonight. What more can we say about him? No trolling, all jokes aside. We see what we look like when we're fully healthy and everybody is on their A game. OG, horrific first half. Came back in the second half. But what I always tell y'all, if you can't do nothing on the offensive end, I'm fine with that. Make up on the defensive end. And we've seen OG being aggressive, steal some blocks, even though they call some ticky-tack fouls on him. You're not going to just roll over him and flee. Mikal Bridges, listen, man, Mr. Reliable.
Most consistent player this year. Most consistent player this year.
In the whole NBA, he is flying
under
the radar.
I ain't mad at that.
Seriously, out of the whole NBA, he is the most consistent. Seriously, man. And it's almost like that mid-range, you could just count it. Like once it go up, you could just run back on defense because that shit is money. And now his 3-point shot is getting back up there percentage-wise. Yes. Yeah. So you know, what more can I say? A big win. Y'all know me. Miami, Indiana, Boston, Philly, Lakers. I think those are the teams that I despise and hate. So I love when we beat them. But the Miami Heat, for some reason, I told y'all this the other day, when we thought it was just going to be a win. And it looked a little shaky for a moment. But Mike Brown stood in there, hung in there. Like I said, Pollock was in there running the offense. He didn't look bad on defense. Even though, you know, Powell tried to pick on him a little bit, he held his own. So that gave Mike Brown the confidence to keep him in there. So I just think tonight Mike Brown coached a hell of a game because this could have easily been a loss. And then now we back on your neck. Pause. You back up at strike one, maybe strike two from me. But just all seriousness, a great bounce back win. Because you know we put up a stinker. And listen, big body Brunson, man. I don't know what else people need to see. We keep talking about the same names every day, every week on all platforms. Brunson needs to be mentioned in a lot of these conversations when we talk about best player in the NBA, MVP, whatever category y'all want to talk about. What this young man is doing, he's doing it again, y'all. He put Tom Thibodeau on his back, and now he's putting Pat on his back. Because let's be for real, Pat ain't giving us shit this season. Seriously. He ain't giving us all NBA third team. He not giving us all-star. He not giving us none of that. He's letting Brunson do this shit once again on his own. And if Mikal and Tyler and OG and these guys didn't step up this season, no telling what would have been happening. But big shout. I give this the credit, Mike Brown. And come on, man. Big body Brunson. But great win. Great win. Great bounce back win. Let's get this thing right back on track. Go on another maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 game win streak. And let's stick in the minds of the basketball world. We all legit. But I love it. Big win. Big win.
Fleet, what do you see compared to the last 2 games? There's been a lot of talk about the Knicks didn't have their legs under them after winning the NBA Cup. The Lakers and the Bucks didn't respond well after winning the NBA Cup the last 2 seasons. Did we see something different? It looked like we're back to business.
I mean, I think we finally got off of that high, right? We was on a huge high winning the Cup championship, and then we took that adrenaline over to the Indiana game, which we had to muster up a win with that game, right? That was a game that went down to the wire, and Brunson had to hit a big shot for us to win that game. And so, you know, now we play Philly. We don't have no legs. We at the crib. They coming at us. That backcourt is quick. They're fast and quick, right? Like they get to it. They get up and down the court. They're athletic guards. They was physical. And so, you know, I wasn't upset about that loss the other night, but I could tell that we just didn't have legs. Tonight's Knicks team looked like a fresh legs Knicks team, a team that was well rested, a team that was, you know, refocused, a team that was looks like we were focused now on going forward. that part of the season is over with. Now let's go forward. I was impressed with everybody tonight. Obviously, Jalen Brunson is the play of the game. 47 points from him. Shot the ball well, picked his spots well. Still had 8 assists. Didn't turn the ball over tonight. I think that's huge, especially because we turned the ball over like 18 times against Philly. And so if we take care of the ball, like then nobody can fuck with us. So I love the fact that Jalen Brunson was aggressive tonight, especially on the night that Cat was struggling extremely. It just me and OG is in the text message in the first half of the game. Shit, first 5 minutes of the game. Where is he at? What is he doing? He's just out there running around getting cardio. So for him to hold it down on the offensive end and everybody else to for that to be contagious, right? We're looking at Mikal Bridges, steady Eddie, going to get you 24 points tonight. His shots in the fast break, those threes that he hit like three threes in a row in the same spot, right? Just knocking them down with confidence. And that just turns into him flying around on defense. We're going to have a couple of guys on the all-defensive team this year, and it is going to be our wings, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. You could book that. They are doing their job when it comes to defending on the wings. They're doing an outstanding job as of late. So, great job by OG Anunoby. Resurrect that first half. That first half was a stinker. Last game was a stinker. He came out in the third quarter and was really him and Brunson really carried us in that third quarter. OG Anunoby doesn't give up on the defensive end. I love that about him. Even if his shot is not falling, he's going to give us something else. And that just, turned it over into him hitting shots, getting out, seeing the ball going to hoop, and now he got it going. So I love the way we playing basketball right now. We get a huge punch off of our bench. Mitchell Robinson, Jordan Clarkson, right? They come in and just play great minutes. Tyler Kolek still trying to find his way, right? Because he still had a good game tonight. He still had the highest plus minus tonight. He still was tough on defense tonight. Aggressive with his shot. His shot wasn't falling from three, but he made a couple of plays to the rim that I thought were aggressive. I just like the way we playing basketball tonight. I like the way that Mike Brown knows what we want to do, and everybody else looks like they're buying into what we want to do. As soon as we get Cat on board, if that happens, I don't know. But as soon as we get him on board from a consistent basis, we are going to be a very, very hard team to beat. We're already a tough team to beat. Already with what we're doing. Can't leave out my guy Josh Hart. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists tonight. Like he's doing everything. He's doing everything. Everything you want him to do.
Who was that? Flea?
Josh Hart. Fucking up, baby. Josh Hart. What you want? You would be mad if we didn't have him, OG. You love to have him. We love to have him. We love to have him. What? Can't be mad at him. Like, so, yeah, I love everything about the way we bounced back from a tough loss the other night against Philly. We always got that rivalry against Miami. It's another team that we enjoy beating, right? Miami, Indiana, Boston. Those 3 teams in the Eastern Conference, we got smoke anytime, anywhere. We trying to beat them. So this is just a bounce back win, get us back on track, and let's get ready for Minnesota on Tuesday. I think we in Minnesota, and they're playing great basketball right now. So that's gonna be a test.
Great teams always look like they have different weapons to shoot at you, and that's what it's starting to look like. Brunson just was obviously the atomic bomb out here going crazy on Miami. He just, I didn't get to see the first quarter. You guys were telling me about it, but the second quarter he looked like he was in rhythm, and Kolek just playing the entire quarter. You can see this Kolek Brunson lineup and this tandem. I'm surprised neither one of you called me out about. I didn't want Donovan Mitchell, but I'm okay with Tyler Kolek playing alongside Jalen Brunson. And obviously he's way cheaper, but
consistent hypocrisy from you, but nobody ever calls it out. It's all right. Continue.
It's not really hypocritical. I mean, he's a second round pick.
Plenty of times that you practice hypocrisy, but I'm gonna let you. That's another day. It's another day, not today.
You're gonna have to point that out, brother.
I will.
As usual, I get interrupted within the first 15 seconds by either one of these two, and I'm okay with it because I look like this: the real shoulder roll, the Dominican shoulder roll.
You started it. All right, I'll be quiet.
But I love all the weaponry. OG had a bad 6 quarters, the last 6 quarters before the third quarter of tonight, because the game against Philly was horrendous, and which is what I always expect from OG. I always say he's going to score 30 points one game. The next 2 games, expect some bullshit. I know my guy already. He'd be full of it. And not full of it. He's probably just tired. Like it must take a lot out of him to be that great defensively and then show up on the offensive end. It's tiring, and especially when you're not built like that. But I should like that, like a monster. He's on an android. And with Mitchell Robinson just continuing to be himself, the Khalil Ware thing. I mean, that guy. I saw the raw talent last year. We saw Udonis Haslam say he called Khalil Ware after Mitchell Robinson dominated him the first game this season when we played them, and he showed improvement. Spoelstra was talking about his 3-point shots as of late. He's shooting for 47% from 3 this year. They're saying he's 7th in the league throughout the whole entire NBA. He looks like he's going to be just a threat. And if this is the beginning of it, fine. But we have to figure out a way to rotate on a guy like that, deny him the ball, deny him in his spots. He's still 190 pounds or whatever the hell he is. And it was tough for Mitchell Robinson to keep up with him. So I'll get the cat in a second. OG, I don't even know how you do something like that. Please set it offline before we even got on. Yabusele didn't make that floor. And we can see now the vote of confidence. You can always tell when somebody starts talking, let them talk long enough, they're going to tell you something. Mike Brown has already let us know who he has a vote of confidence in. He loves the aura. He loves Kolek. He loves Brunson. Loves Josh Hart. I don't know how much he loves Cat. He loves Mitchell Robinson. He don't like Yabusele
At all.
He's telling him, stay ready. And when you hear any words like stay ready, if you text a girl, stay ready, and you don't come through, the signs are there. The signs are there. So we saw, I think Steve Kerr was talking about keeping Kuminga on ice because they're trying to trade him. He even referenced trading Andrew Wiggins last season. He was in the same position. Yabusele might be in the same position now. Listen, we don't want you to get hurt because we don't need to trade damaged goods. We don't want any rescinded trades. We want you out of here. And I think we all can agree it would have been a bad move to have him out there, especially when you have to run down on every single possession against Miami. Even if you make the shot, you can't be behind, which is part of the reason why Mitchell Robinson was probably motivated tonight. They told him, yo, if I don't care what happens on the offensive end, you have to turn around and jet down because they're going to kick the ball down and you have to keep up with them to defend the shot. Make them set up in the half court because they're trying to catch you off guard in the first 2-3 seconds and get a good shot that way. And that's kind of gimmicky because who is their great one-on-one offensive player right now? Tyler Hero's out, and I don't want to say it almost fell through at the end because Jalen Brunson was just going crazy. But I'm glad we got the victory. We can't move on to Cat now because the back-to-back games he didn't play great. He missed the Thursday game and Indiana game after the NBA Cup championship. I think this is who he is. He's going to be inconsistent, and it's tough to say that. I know Flea hates hearing that, and AllBall hates hearing that. But I just tend to believe people for who they are. I don't expect you to be an MVP candidate. Like, I was so shocked the way he played last year around this time. It was crazy what he was doing. He was really in an MVP conversation. And, I had to give him his props at that time. But now, reality set in. This is who he is. And you're going to be a rebounding monster every night. They're going to have to figure out if we play Miami in the future. This is the last game of 4 games that we play Miami. They're going to have to figure out in the future, if we do play them in the playoffs, how we keep Khalil Ware off the boards and how do we keep Cat motivated. Because remember, last season, this was the team that got Cat going when he dropped a 40 ball on Bam Adebayo and them. And that got him
in Miami.
So I'm surprised that he hasn't had a big game against them. So he seems to, there's a lack of focus with him. There's just you guys mentioned it in the chat, but you can see the lack of post-ups. And even when he got the ball at the top of the key, it felt like the energy was drowning. Like You got the ball, now what? Like, why are you hesitating to do anything right now? Jab step, get the ball back then, and get back to the post and do something else, because that's slowing us down, and it's not motivating. At the very least, for me, so I can only imagine a player. And oh boy, I don't know how you feel about it, but I know it's frustrating, but I don't know what else it could be besides him, having a lack of discipline, having a lack of focus, and just not being, that aggressive.
Man, listen, y'all being too nice. Cat's out the bag. He ain't shit this season. Straight up and down. It is. I'm not going to debate with my brothers. I'm not debating with nobody in the comment section. He is leaving Brunson out there all alone by himself. Straight up and down. Cat was brought here to get us over the hump. Cat was brought here to help us win a championship. Cat was brought here to be that second guy alongside Brunson. So if Brunson can't hold it down, Cat will pick it up. The league and the players has caught up to Cat. If we want to be honest, Cat has no moves. That bum ass move he be doing at the top of the key, where he literally just goes one way with that cradle, that shit is an offensive foul every time. If Cat ain't knocking down threes, Cat ain't doing shit. Like, we Knicks fans and we love our guys, but we have to be honest. This season, Cat has not lived up to that contract. Straight up and down. He's been terrible. I've said it night in and night out. He does nothing important no more. Nothing. He doesn't get an important rebound. He doesn't get an important block. He doesn't do any of those things. Cat has to change his game. Cat has to get on the block. Cat has to change his game. If Cat isn't going to change his game and make us better, we have to think about moving Cat. I've said this how many times now? He's in Brunson's way offensively. I've been saying this. When Cat is out there, Fabian, it's funky. He can't do nothing right. He can't play defense right. He can't set a pick right. He can't go to the basket right. He does nothing right at this point. Now, am I being a little harsh? Maybe. But we're trying to win a championship. And, bro, we cannot keep relying on Brunson when we have a guy that's making the most money on the team that considers himself the best three-point shoot big man in the game. How the fuck do you have 2 points against Miami Heat? He guard you on the Heat. So for me, Pat is too consistent with playing bad basketball. He's been in the league too long to still look like he doesn't know how to play the game. Seriously. He always looked lost on defense. On offense, he just looks out of whack. When he complains to the refs, he looks weird. It's just I'm starting to be over Cat. Seriously, I really am. And Mike Brown is trying his best to give him opportunity after opportunity. Because even in tonight's game, he subbed Cat in a little bit late. I would have kept him on the bench. But that's Mike Brown being a nice guy, trying to keep Cat's confidence kind of high. But there was no need for Cat to even play tonight. Like Flea said, we was in the comment in the Texan. My mind is going, bro, Cat, you can sit down for the whole second half, bro. Seriously. Because if you're going to get in the way offensively and you ain't going to do nothing else, what are you here for? So for me, people got to stop tippy-toeing around the Cat situation. I'm not going to tippy-toe around it. Now, y'all know me. I'm very inconsistent. I contradict myself. Cat can have a good game next game, and I could be all over, and that's me. I'm willing to live with that. That's who I am. But we have to be honest. We got to stop tiptoeing and walking on eggshells when it comes to Cat. Cat is not holding up to the end of his bargain thus far this season with the Knicks. Everybody else is. Everybody game stepped up, Flea. What Flea always say? Do it again. Progress. Get better. What else can you do? We see Brunson got better at scoring. We see Mikal Bridges more consistent. OG picked up his numbers. Right? Josh Hart just continues to be Josh Hart. Cat, what have you done differently? Better. This is a problem, and we're not going to win a championship if our second best player on the team cannot produce. Enough is enough. If you ain't going to do nothing offensively, be a great defender. Be a great rebounder. Like y'all said, I'm not gonna put Ware having a monster game solely on Mitchell Robinson. Cat, your bum ass was out there too. So for me, I think we have a problem. And who camouflage, excuse me, who camouflages the Knicks' problems more than anybody? Jalen Brunson. He camouflaged Tom Thibodeau for years. Now he's camouflaging for Cat. This is a fact. It's a fact. So for me, enough is enough. Cat need to pick it up, or Cat ass need to be on the trading block, and it need to be loud and bold so he can hear it, so he can get his shit together. Because come on, bro, we brought you here to help win a championship. We didn't bring you here to just sit around and rob us. Them days is over. You ain't getting no big money over here, my nigga. We will ship your big dumb ass out of here. Straight up. So get it together. Help the leader, the captain, steer this shit, and let's get a fucking championship. But if you can't do that and help us, bro, bye. And just one last point, I'll let my brother Fleet look. I don't care about the games he got 20 and them shits. It just seems like it doesn't affect the game. He doesn't affect winning in the game like Brunson. So for me, at this point, what are you doing?
Flea, last 5 games, Karl Anthony Towns before tonight was averaging 23 points a game, 53% from the field, 46% from 3 damn near, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. But those 5 opponents was Philly, Orlando, Toronto, Utah, and Charlotte. His overall numbers, he's shooting 35% from 3 for the season. That's the lowest since his rookie season. Is the lowest he's shooting a 3-point shot since his rookie year. What are your thoughts on Karl Anthony Towns' game for this season and for the last couple games after the NBA Cup championship?
Inconsistent. I think that should be the word. I mean, I used to talk about Mikal Bridges last season and how when we look at Mikal Bridges in the box score and we look at Mikal Bridges on paper, Mikal Bridges is doing exactly what we got him for. But there's too many games where we were trying to find where's Mikal Bridges last season, right? We used to go at it with King's Speech in the comments all the time because he got mad love for Bridges. And we used to always say, where's Bridges from a night-to-night basis? So this season, you could look at him on paper. Yeah, Cat's probably averaging 22 a game, 11 rebounds, shooting 45% from the field, all the numbers you just spewed, right? Yet and still, we don't feel him out there. Pause. Like, he's not affecting winning or losing, right? You don't know what you're going to get from him on a night-in, night-out basis. Whether he goes for 20 and 10 or not, that's not the question right now. The question is, are you affecting the game? Are people feeling the fact that a 7-foot, 265, that's 275-pound guy is out there going up and down the court, right? Some nights, which like tonight, we didn't see him. I didn't feel if he was on the court. He wasn't doing anything else. Usually when the ball is not dropping, which he only took 5 shots tonight, I don't know what that's about. Why aren't you aggressive, right? Why aren't you aggressive? That's concerning. That's concerning. Why aren't you aggressive? 5 shots, that's not enough. But even if it's not dropping, you're gonna clean the glass most of the time. You didn't have double-digit rebounds tonight. You let Khalil Ware have a career night on you tonight. Every time I turned around, he was dragging your ass out to the 3-point line and smoking you out there. And then around the paint and the block, he was grabbing every rebound. He had 20 rebounds tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, where you guys at? That's unacceptable. And Khalil Ware is a fine player. He's going to be a great player in this league. But coming in the Garden and getting 20 rebounds, that's unacceptable. From two of the best rebounders in the league. Let's call it what it is. Karl Anthony Towns is one of the best rebounders in the league. Mitchell Robinson is one of the best rebounders in the league, especially on the offensive end. And Khalil Ware tore y'all ass up tonight. So it's unacceptable for Cat to go night in and night out not knowing what you're going to get from it. Again, if you're a box score reader, if you're somebody that's just going to look at the paper and figure out what guys did just off the strength of what the numbers say, by all means, do that. But if you're going to really watch the game and see how they were effective and things like that and what it looked like through the course of the game, Cat is becoming somebody that I can't find on a night in, night out basis. I can't find him. right? I can't find him. He was excellent throughout most of the playoffs last season, especially during that first round, right? That first round, there was so many big moments from Karl Anthony Towns. It's like, that's why we got him, right? But again, we got a new coach. So we're setting good habits now. Everybody looks bought in. On some nights, you look bought in. But on some nights, you don't. And that makes us cause the pause like tonight. 2 points on only 5 shots. What's up, baby? What we talking about? Why aren't you aggressive against these two? Bam Adebayo and Khalil Ware are not making it that tough for you that you can't be aggressive enough to get up 10 shots. That's just not the case. Miss me with that. So yeah, it's concerning. I'm not pulling the plug on it because I see the chemistry we do have. I'm not saying that we now put him on a trade block, but something has to light a fire under him for him to be aggressive night in and night out. It far too many times am I looking at him and saying, why aren't you taking some of this shit personal? The same aggression that you have with the referees, why don't you have that with the opposition? It doesn't feel like that. I don't care what the numbers say. It doesn't feel like that. So as soon as we get him on board on a consistent basis, they're not going to be able to do nothing with us.
I just don't think we ever are. And the more AllBall was talking, I don't want to be sitting here on a soapbox with the "I told you so" business because we're playing well still. But there is this thing about not reaching the championship potential, and I keep harping on our defense because it's still middle of the pack, in my opinion. We're not able to adapt to everyone's style every game. Like I think we win out because our offense, we're clicking. And we got just enough to keep going. And Cat is still missing in that algorithm, in that equation. And the reason why we don't click defensively is because of Cat. Point blank, period. That's why I said about that Randall trade. You can say whatever you want about Julius Randle. I saw his lapses on defense. I know what he was bad at, but they had him in a corner, and he would be the low man, and he would rotate perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And I was scared to death that a guy like this, who they hacked the shit out of him the other day, I think it was the Clippers or whoever was playing. I forgot what team they were playing, maybe Golden State. They hacked him the other day, but usually he gets calls 8 free throws a game. And he just has this mind-numbing way to go to the basket. And Cat is almost like he spaces out in a different way. Randall spaces out and goes aggressive and forget about everybody on the court and just do whatever the hell he wants to do, lose the ball, fumble the ball. He goes crazy. But I can't be mad at somebody like that when we saw him switch his game in real time. And maybe that's what'll give me confidence with Cat that maybe he'll switch his game. Maybe it took Julius Randle to sit down after having that ankle injury, the surgery, sitting down in the hospital. He could do nothing but watch TV, and he watched himself on film and said, "Yeah, I'm shooting a little too much." Yeah, like you didn't watch yourself beforehand. What? And maybe with Cat, are you watching yourself on film? Are you proud about what you're seeing in the film room? Are you really happy? Because all that Dipset Cat shit, and I'm trying to give him props with the Mad Lion. As a fan of basketball, if you love the game that much, ain't no way possible you're watching that on TV and you're inspired and you're proud about that shit. And I've been saying that from the last 5-7 years about his game. I just can't. I think I could never stand his game. You 7 feet tall, like you said, oh boy, everything he does, where he try to bulldoze to the rim, it is an offensive foul every time. And it's not like he does it unapologetic like a Giannis. Giannis, you can't even really ref him because he's just going crazy. He's just going nuts. I'm going to do it 100 times. You ain't calling 100 fouls on me. And Karl Anthony Towns doesn't have the aggressive. He's not aggressive enough to go 100 times to the hoop. You're not built like that, nor do you work out to build like that. You don't have a jab step to get to this move. You don't even, once you jab step right, you ain't going left. You don't even finish with your left hand. And last year, he was finishing with his left hand on the left side of the basket. I couldn't believe it. I'm telling you, I've never seen him play like that before or since. But definitely want to touch on some of his stats because as you guys were talking, I'm like, yo, how many single point games does he have this year? Single digit games does he have this year? And he has 3, including tonight. This was 8 and 9. They were both against 8-point game, 9-point game, both against the Milwaukee Bucks. 5 fouls and 4 fouls. And I always felt like, damn, he's really scared of Giannis. He's not going to show up. 2 of 12 in that game and 2 of 8 in the other game against Milwaukee. So only 8 shot attempts in that game. And then the single-digit rebound games, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before tonight against Boston, Orlando twice, Toronto, and Utah, and now against Miami. Who has the big 7-foot guy that will keep him out of the paint there? On the Celtics, Orlando, Toronto, and Utah. You know, we know Orlando's big and they're strong, but I don't even see a consistent enough theme for him to say this is why he's doing this. He doesn't play well against these guards or these type of centers, these type of power forwards. It's just all him. He's never developed anything in his skill set outside of what he came into the league with. And I've always been frustrated with that. You know, that's what frustrated me about Carmelo. That's why I say I'm not taking Carmelo over Brunson. Brunson gets better every year. Like when Fleet said it the other day, I'm like, oh shit, I'm wrong. Brunson did get clutch. Brunson did start he started getting in crunch time. He has a go-to move now. He is passing the ball more. He can play with any 3-4 different coaches now, whatever amount of co-stars. Cat hasn't done that. Is really my point at the end of the day. Like, there's no way, to be honest, you should be better than Carmelo Anthony's of the world or whatever small forward we bring up. They shouldn't be in a conversation with you. And I'm just kind of past being mad about it all, bro. Like, I was so disappointed that we traded for him, but then it's hard for me to even be this mad when we're winning. It's tough, but the way you put it, we're gonna get our ass humbled when we start playing these championship style teams. They're the guys that are exposed. Because see, Miami can expose us with that pace on the offensive end. It's gimmicky because you don't have that one-on-one threat. The OKC Thunder, if they want to, they could play at that pace and they will expose us. The Denver Nuggets can expose us that way. The Minnesota Timberwolves can expose us that way. They got the one-on-one grace that could do that, please.
Real quick, OG, I think it's important, and from what I've seen, when Cat has it going on certain nights, is we establish him early, right? Like if we have him, right, and we are going to go forward with him and we aren't going to make any trades, it doesn't look like that, right? We have to find the ways. I mean, it's on him, but it's also on the rest of the team. And it's also on the best player on the team. Again, this is not a knock on Brunson, but if you are the captain and you see that this guy is struggling or trying to find ways to get him consistent, then maybe we know that you're going to get to it. You can get 47, 50 in your sleep. We just talked about how prolific of a scorer you are. You've established yourself as one of the guys in the league that could go get it as soon as he wants it. But if you're big man, like y'all just said the other day, we're talking about Mitchell Robinson and getting him touches. If we do have to start games where Cat gets the 1, 2, 3, first 4 shots of the game, just to establish him and get it going, then maybe we have to do that. We have to find other ways to get him going. It can't just be, okay, he got to be aggressive. It's a twofold thing if we're a championship team. Championship teams look at this and say, okay, how do we get Chet involved? Because guess what? OG was calling Chet soft in the playoffs a year prior. Okay, and then next year, I don't hear that from OG because now Chet has found his way. Chet is balling now. Now Chet has figured it out, and I haven't heard that. You know what I'm saying, OG? It's like, how do we get Cat in position to be as successful as we know he could be? Okay, we know he's not being aggressive every night. We know he's on bullshit some nights, but if we got to drag him, fuck it. We got to drag him. This is who we got right now.
Lee, I'm a great point, right? But I'm going to say something that, you know me, people ain't going to agree with it. I think the style of basketball that we need to play to be successful, Cat is the wrong guy to be there. I've noticed, you know, when we play in transition, guys are flying all around the court. You got Josh Hart going down here. You got a guy like Mikal Bridges cutting. You got a guy like OG cutting. I'm gonna be honest. Cat is in the way, bro. Is Cat a good player for us? Yes, but is Cat the guy that we need to rely on to help us get over the hump at this point? I don't know. That's a great point, Fleet. But with Cat, it's hard to get him involved in the game when it's just like, yo, bro, you're gonna commit a dumb foul, you're gonna do something silly. It's just he's too clunky. And you know, we have some young guys on the team that's ready to go. And I think Cat is getting left in the dust. the style of basketball we need to play to be successful, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Cat can keep up. And Fleet, this is the first time this season where I'm really watching the games and going, Cat might be in the way. He really might be in the way. Mitchell Robinson knows his job, right? So Mitch ain't out there to get 20 or 30. We know what Mitch needs to do. Cat, remember on Gil's Arena, they said it. And that was the first time I told you I agree with Brandon Jennings and them. They was like, Cat is not enough. That 22 you averaging, you got to average 25, 27 if you're going to be the guy. And we have to stop being dishonest. Cat right now was not living up to what we want him to live up to. I advocated for Cat for a couple of years. I still rather him than Julius Randle. That could be a whole nother argument with me and Fabian. But if we're talking about winning the championship, the style of basketball that we're playing, Cat literally can't keep up. He can't. And it's just like you Flea, just imagine having somebody around you that you just got to keep picking them up. Come on.
And I understand what you're saying. We're being honest about it. This is Knicks Rehab. For anybody that's new to Knicks Rehab, this is Knicks Rehab. Win or lose, we are going to critique the Knicks. If you're new here, this is what we do. This is Knicks Rehab. This is what it's about. And we are telling the truth about how Cat looks throughout this entire season. Again, win or lose, this is what we do. We talking about how this nigga Cat is looking. We're not gonna glaze him because the numbers say 22 and 11. Miss me with that. How are you affecting games night in and night out? Straight up and down. Fuck the numbers. Don't tell me about no fucking box scores no more. When I look at the game with my eyes, it tells me that you out there dragging your ass. You're not playing hard enough. That's it. Call it what you want. Because when you do play hard enough, we are a championship level team. You take us up another notch. When you 28 and 15. When you like that and can't nobody guard you, you take us up another level. We look for you on a night in and night out basis. You're our second best player. Jesus Christ, what the fuck do y'all want from him? We expect you to show up night in and night out.
And especially if you think you're going to get 70 million. Like, come on, man. That's why I say I'm not tiptoeing around fucking Cat no more. Seriously, I'm not. And for me, I'm watching you this season. You are terrible. I don't like, and like y'all said, I can't see the chat. Y'all lucky I can't see the fucking chat. Because if y'all up here blazing and talk about 22 and 11, that shit ain't nothing. Get out of here with that. How many people's averaging that and it don't affect the game? Cat is not. Listen, one thing with Brunson, we know how terrible he is defensively. But you know where he makes it up? On the offensive end. We know at times OG is terrible offensively. But you know where he makes it up? On the defensive end. When Cat is terrible on the offensive end, he's still terrible everywhere else. Brunson could be getting his ass kicked, but you know what he gonna do? He gonna go and hit the fucking game winner. Like, come on, man. Enough is enough. I'm not walking on eggshells with Cat no more. Step your shit up or get your bum ass up out of here.
Especially when Cat isn't aggressive. That's part of the reason why Brunson had to go for 47. And it's too constant. I see, he's shooting 3 of the last 5 games. He had 20 and 10, 30 and 10, 30 and 15. That was against the fucking Hornets. And Flea asked the question about, well, can't we just help out Cat the same way with Mitchell Robinson? He needs help. It's like, bro, when you a number 2 option, there's times that means you're going to be a number 1. And I shouldn't have to help you with shit this often if you are a number 1, number 2 option. Shaq, of course, all of these guys have to get fed, and throughout the history of the NBA, Tim Duncan, all the power forwards, they need a point guard to get him the ball. But when they got the ball, they were a threat. And AllBall said something in the last 2 episodes. Karl-Anthony Towns, and I laughed at first, but there isn't a real game-changing, dominant rebound. The passing is probably the only part of his game where that shit is game-changing. His passing is elite, but it's not consistent enough. What are you doing to really manipulate the defense to even revolve your game around that? What are you really revolving your game around? Like you just lost. You look lost way too often for me, and at this point, it feels like I'll be bullying him because I don't want to. I already didn't like you to begin with, so I don't want to be the one to be doing all this shit. And what you guys want me to say? OG had a donut, nothing was said. Are you crazy? I'm the biggest OG Anunoby fan, and the first thing I said was he's bummage.
He was bad. He was bad. We just said he was bad the other night. Like, stop it. We're gonna critique the guys that weren't good. And stay here and goodbye. We love you guys, but go goodbye. Like, even if guys that were good and to critique the guys that was not. Even if Knicks Rehab, I don't get it.
Even when Brunson does well, and you feel like he's hogging too much, we're gonna go crazy about it. Or then we have to, after a while, we were saying the other day we were critiquing him and we lost. It was no side. We ain't talking about Cat. He ain't play. Whatever against Indiana. Bro, there's no winning with that. Whether if you praise him, you glazing him. If this, so I don't want to feed into that, but I can't get as adamant as AllBall right now because you guys are right that we have to reflect on the fact that we do have some evidence in the playoffs where your man Cat with the fadeaway and he was up 15 against the Pacers. Brunson was on the bench, and we're not in May yet. Yeah, of course, but we're not in May yet, and it's still that guy. This is back-to-back playoffs where it was a big deal with him, where he was the second most important player on two back-to-back conference finals. So I'm looking at something optimistic, but maybe that's not who he is for the 82 games in the season.
OG, we have to be honest about the facts of what has happened from the beginning of the season, training camp, till now. We started at the beginning of the season with the only player that said he is uncomfortable in Mike Brown's system is Karl Anthony Towns. He's the only guy that said, I'm still trying to figure out my way. So all we're saying is, okay, if he is still trying to figure out his way, he has to continue to stay aggressive. If you're still figuring out, it's a new coach. I'm the first one to say, yo, when the new coach comes in, yo, we got to give this time to shake out and figure it out. Everybody looks like they're finding their place, but him. And him being the guy that if he plays at an elite level, nobody's going to be able to deal with us. We're the only duo. This is the first time in Knicks history that we have a duo averaging over 50 points a game. Averaging. It's the first time in Knicks history. You're an important dude. So if we rely on you in a night that you come up small against a team that we really want to get a win against, we want to know what's up.
Listen,
you
man,
need to be better. It's just flat out.
We have to be for real. Like, the players around the league don't respect him. The referees don't respect him. He has to earn his respect, man. Every time, any team we play, they put the smallest guy on him. I watched Wiggins block his shot tonight. Like, why are we going to keep making an excuse? He had more complaints to the ref and fouls than points tonight. What are we talking about? How do we make an excuse? He has to figure this shit out. He's a former #1 overall draft pick. He's been around the league for a while. He's been to conference finals. He's been an all-star, all-NBA third team. Bruh, figure it out. You ain't a rookie. This ain't your second or third season. Figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, we need to figure out how to move your ass. Seriously, because a guy like this is going to want to get paid. Like these are things that nobody want to discuss. He's going to want to get paid. And how are you going to want to extend or pay a guy if you're not going to get us over the hump? Like I said, Brunson does what he has to do. You can't be the worst defender, mediocre on offense, and don't do nothing else good. And you are second best player? Every team we go against, they put a small defender on you because they don't respect you. The referees don't give you no calls because they don't respect you. Like, come on, that's a problem for us. So for me, I'm not pussyfooting around Cat no more. I'm sorry. Cat need to get it together. Right now, so far this season, Cat isn't playing good basketball. Whatever numbers he's been putting up, we have to be honest. Knicks Rehab, we keep it 100% real. Our schedule has been decent. We go into Minnesota Tuesday. Yeah, the real deal. Their confidence at an all-time high. What happens when we go through that stretch? When we playing San Fran, Detroit, KC, Denver? Like, come on, man. So for me, I'm not gonna go crazy over cat numbers because come on, look at our schedule. But man, we watching what we're seeing, and for anybody to sit here and really try to defend cat this season so far, you just got to be a cat guy. Like I said, I'm a Brunson stan. I do defend him when I shouldn't at times. I can agree. I can agree to that. Right?
You're honest about that.
Right, I'm honest about that. But he gets on my nerves at times as well, and I got to keep it real. The cat situation, in my opinion, this season, I think he's in our way, straight up, and he's in Brunson's way to be MVP. I've been saying it, and this is why. If it was up to me, I would have made the trade for AD.
Oh,
Stop
gee.
that. Don't.
Yeah,
Yo,
y'all don't
they
have to
already
leave
hate
it.
do
Leave
no,
it
wait.
alone.
Yeah,
All right, I'm not
No.
saying the damn thing. Because
No.
now you're gonna make me tell. Because
Yeah,
now you're gonna
no.
make me tell you why Cat is so great. Now we're gonna make me tell you why Cat is great.
You
Yo,
cannot tell me how.
fucking
You
AD.
cannot
Don't
tell
do
me this
that.
year Cat been great. You can't.
It's not
bro.
about if he's great. I would rather this than Anthony Davis.
Okay,
Don't fucking tell me no
I
Anthony
respectfully disagree. Okay,
That's insane. Are you
because you
nuts?
saying so aggressive don't mean you right.
I understand, OG.
Hold on. Let's say it with a better tone. I'd rather have this Karl Anthony Towns than deal with Anthony Davis.
1000%.
Okay, fine.
100%.
No problem.
Imagine if this Khalil Ware is a second-year player. If you trade Cat for Khalil Ware right now, we're 3 times better. 3 times better.
You'll trade Cat for Khalil Ware, but won't trade Cat for AD. Like, come on, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, y'all say crazy shit.
The idea of AD is so dope, OG. But the reality of AD is one of he's non-existent. Non-existent. That is the reality. Who he is, historically, great. Who he is today is somebody. So you telling me we bring in AD, right? Where we already have Mitchell Robinson who can't play back-to-backs. So you bring in a guy who we may not know if he's going to even play on 2-week stretches, and we have to rely on Mitchell Robinson now who can't play back-to-backs, which now puts everybody in out of position. No. Stop putting that shit out there. You're being irresponsible now, OG. Stop putting Anthony Davis.
Once again, what I always said was Brunson can hold it down. We just need AD healthy in the playoffs.
Yo, man.
That's it. Okay, listen.
Okay.
I'm not arguing with y'all.
No, but it's the same way Karl Anthony Towns is not showing up. He's on the court not showing up. That's what makes it disappointing. But he at least plays. It's like at this point, if you say Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, James Harden, there's a list of these guys that I don't want to see ever on my basketball team. I don't want to root for that. Bad enough I had to deal with Cat. Julius Randle was tough to root for, but at least he played every game until he got hurt. That's just a fact. I know you hate his guts. I hated him until that January. That's it. I would rather root for the player that gives it his all, bad or good. But Anthony Davis is not giving his all. I don't know if he wants to stay healthy. I don't know how serious he takes these things. He plays a lot of games. At least Dipset Cat tries to look cool. AD be looking crazy out here. Street clothes. But I do like, because AllBall said something about Karl Anthony Towns looking for a contract, and then the youngest in charge, you out of eye with us, man. You out of eye with us, because that reminded me of this article from August. Knicks not giving Karl Anthony Towns a new contract for one major reason, and they get right into it. Some ponder the idea of New York Knicks moving on from some of their top players, including Karl Anthony Towns. Towns could sign a new contract, but the Knicks seem unwilling to offer one. Brian Windhorst and Tim Bontemps of ESPN confirmed what others have reported in recent weeks, that the Knicks and Towns are not discussing an extension this offseason. While you can logically piece together why that would be, they said it explicitly. Towns is more tradable on his current deal than if he had another 2 expensive seasons tacked on it. And that's the bottom line. Because bad enough he's playing the way he's playing, but there's no way you can offer an extension on this contract with him playing the way that he's playing. Even if it is cheaper for 2-3 more years added on to this contract, teams don't want that. He's going to be an older version of himself, and it's way more money you gotta hang on to instead of the 1 year left on his deal next season. And we know who's been lingering, what rumors have been out there. We know that they want to see how this season ends, because if we win a championship with Karl Anthony Towns, that changes the negotiations of Karl Anthony Towns and the Knicks. It just does. You're going to get more money, more than likely, because you're going to bring so much money to this team. They're going to give you the chip because of people like AllBall that go bananas over the one ring. But there's too many people that are like AllBall that are going to want to see that championship here and say, you know what? You earned it. We ain't seen a chip my whole life. So I get that. But if we don't win the ring, there's no way they're keeping Karl Anthony Towns. I don't see that, especially with Giannis lingering like that. He's out of here if we don't win a ring. And the more AllBall was talking, it just made sense. He's that. Where is the dynamic duo, the pick and roll, pop, whatever the hell, with him and Jalen Brunson? We're talking about 2 great offensive players. It's never been cool. It's never looked fluid. It's never looked like they really. It's not that they dislike each other. It's that their game dislikes each other on the court. They're nice guys. Their games don't mesh well. And I've seen it with Giannis and Dame Lillard. It's not like every player. It happens. And I just don't see, if we don't win a ring, he's definitely getting traded, y'all.
Somehow these 2 guys are averaging the most points a duo has ever averaged in Knicks history. Somehow. They don't play well together. They don't like each other. They're not going to be successful with those 2. The reason that we are being so critical of Karl Anthony Towns is because what I just said is a fact. And so you want to catapult that into something that looks like a championship. We just won the other day in the World Cup, in the NBA Cup, right? So you can see that there are remnants of what it looks like for us to play on a big stage and win at a high level. We just said it got to be consistent. It has to be consistent. If this team is going to continue to pick up for each other and we make it to the playoffs and guys take their game up to another level, because we watch Jalen Brunson every year go from this to this in the playoffs. It happens every year. We want to see Karl Anthony Towns go from this to this in the playoffs. And when you are inconsistent during the season, it gives us cause to pause. When you out there only putting up 5 shots and 2 points, and somebody owns you on the glass, when you're one of the best rebounders in the league, we're wondering, yo, what's up? That's it. You being one of the best players, an all-NBA player, top 15 level player, top 24 level player, and an all-star, like, we can ask you these questions. He's not devoid of asking these questions. I don't get that.
Especially when the opposing team is missing their best one-on-one player or ball. Tyler Herro wasn't there. We supposed to get rid of this squad in the first half. If Cat dominates, this shit is a landslide and ain't nobody playing the fourth quarter. When was the last time everybody got to get some rest in the fourth quarter? That debacle we had. What was the game that was blue in the last 30 seconds when they had to bring the whole starters back into the game?
No, yeah. I mean, it's listen, man. You know, when you trade for a guy like Cat, it's to give your best player some help. Simple and plain. It's to give the best player some help. It's to get you over the hump. Now, yes, last season we made it to the conference finals, but we fucking lost with home court advantage. So for me, it's just we can't keep ignoring how everybody has stepped their game up this season except Cat. How can people watch the Knicks games and not understand that? Everybody stepped their game up except Karl Anthony Towns. What more do people want? Like, so for me, listen, man, every great team this season that looks like they can compete for a championship, they 1-2 punches legit. Yes, Flea, our duo average is 50. Brunson averaged 28. It ain't like it's 25-25. That 22 doesn't cut it. I'm sorry. And that is a lot of points to average, but if you're considered what we want Cat to be, 22 is not enough. It's just not. Especially if those 22 points doesn't impact the game. I'm sorry, it doesn't. What impacts the game is Josh Hart's energy and hustle. What impacts the game is Brunson scoring on the offensive end. What impacts the game is Bridges just being consistent, knocking down big shots. What impacts the game is OG on the defensive end. We have to be honest. So far this season, Cat has not impacted the game on a winning level. He just hasn't. So for me, that is a problem. And then when you have the best teams in the NBA, basically all the teams in the NBA, they know our Achilles heel. They know our weak spot. They target Cat. Bro, listen, you got your ass bust by a second-year player. Had a monster. That game tonight by Weir is going to get him a $100 million contract. Facts. Facts. So for me,
we done celebrating the shit that we seen already. We done celebrating the shit that we seen. We trying to get to a next level.
Come on, man.
Appreciate you, nostalgic Nick.
Yeah. Sorry,
my guy. Appreciate you, nostalgic Nick. You know I go left. If I need to go left, you know I go left quickly. I love the Knicks. I love talking my guys, the chat, but you know Flea will go fucking left fast. Very quickly. So everybody continue to love on us and be respectful. But remember, like Frank Sanders around the corner. Open. I'll be there if you need me.
Are you in business with Josh Hart, or you guys competition, Flea?
Competition. We're competition, baby. We're competition.
Oh, and just real quick, by the way, before you read that, big shout out to the chat. But I know throughout the season, if there were any discussions in your mind about who's better, Cat or Brunson, that conversation needs to stop immediately. Immediately. It's not even close.
Dr. Toboggan, thank you for your $4.99. I copped that Tycho jersey tonight. When are we having a watch party? Let's go Knicks. God bless. As soon as I put up this the screen in here so I could watch a game while I got the computer. I mean, I could put the computer. I don't know what their excuse is, y'all. I'm selling them out. But Flea don't like watch parties, even though he is amazing to watch a game with. Amazing. He goes crazy. If you think he's crazy now, he is a head coach sweating all kind of shit while he's watching a basketball game. This guy's insane. Coach Flea, somebody said something yesterday about Flea something yesterday. I got so jealous. Another Flea phrase. I'm disgusted. Anyway, I'm rambling about my insecurities. King Speech. Thank you for your $2. We traded Cam, Big Bummage, Reddish for Josh Hart. Please.
Remember Cam Reddish? OG?
No, I don't. How about
no,
that?
You don't.
Where was Pat Beverly at?
Right.
In Djibouti.
Yeah. That's where Cam Reddish is at. In Djibouti.
In Djibouti.
Ray Floyd, I highlighted your comment because you said I'm a Pistons fan, but I love this channel. That's why we do this. Soon we're gonna start, visiting some other teams and how you say that, being the bearer of bad news for like we'll watch the OKC Thunder and shit on them. Damn, this is a horrible game. Can you believe that Chet Holmgren didn't give you 25 rebounds tonight? That's what we do. You got a problem with that? I don't know what to tell you. We being real, unlike them other dudes. You know what every other Knicks channel is gonna do tomorrow morning? You're gonna wake up, you're gonna be like, look, we feel good. Look how great we were. Fuck that. Anybody who's in the comments and you love Tibbs so much, for any Tibbs fans, what do you think they do as a head coach? They go into the film room. All the great players that you're talking about, this don't even matter to them. They care about losing. They care about that. They don't want to lose. And we see another level. I'm so glad that my guys were with me tonight. Like, yo, damn, that is the elephant in the room. What's this championship level? We're supposed to be smoking the Miami Heat. They're not on our level. It shouldn't be because we're missing Deuce McBride that we didn't smoke them. Can't stand this shit, man. King Speech, thank you for your $5.
Speech.
AllBall gets his AD wish. Then watch how many nights it's Huck Porty starting at center. Slow it down, man. No major deals to the offseason.
Now I'm gonna be honest. That'd be a nightmare. Lord have mercy. King's Speech, go to hell for being correct.
Dog. King's Speech, thank you so much for putting the nail in the coffin to that bummage AD conversation.
Word.
I couldn't have said it better. I obviously didn't say it better myself. By the way, comparing the Knicks to last season, or the Knicks started minutes from the year 2024, last season with Tibbs, Brunson was averaging 35 minutes per game, 35.4. This year is 35.1. Bridges is down from 37 minutes a game last year to 34.9 minutes a game, basically 2 minutes a game less. Josh Hart went from averaging 37.6 minutes per game to 29.9. OG Anunoby was averaging 36.6. He's down some, 31.4. And Anthony Towns is averaging 2 less minutes per game, 35 to 33.3. That's exactly what I said last year. You think Josh Hart can't do this at 29 minutes a game? What is Tom Thibodeau smoking? He is bugged. He is bugged out. Coach's dream, Josh Hart. Fleas guy, fleas competition. I'm not letting y'all roll out without, you know what I'm saying? Some more reactions. I'm holding on to my guys.
Nah, for how long, man?
You got an hour.
Nah, you
No, I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got about 10 minutes, man. Y'all do, yeah, man. What you talking about?
I ain't got.
While you get that ready, Clip Gavelli, come to the front of the stage. You want some attention, Clip Gavelli? You want some motherfucking attention, Clip Gavelli? Do you? Meet me at the gym. Meet me at the park. Meet me in the ring. Meet me on the corner. Wherever you need to meet me. You wanted some attention? Here. I'm here. Wherever you need to meet me, nigga.
What else?
You got that? You got that dialed up yet, nigga? We ready?
No. I need to buy some more time. Go curse out Clip Gavelli. Please.
This nigga been wanting attention all night. Jesus Christ.
What did he say?
I don't know. Nostalgic Nick almost got him.
He told him to calm down.
Try to tell him he knew here. Shit go left real fast here. Y'all got to call me that shit'll go left. We talking basketball. Next thing we talking about is some other. Let's be cool, y'all.
Real quick.
What we got?
Listen, man.
What we got,
former
man?
Nick Iman Shumpert was rocking with Ian Begley. He had some things to say about the Knicks. I think AllBall's gonna love this.
And they said you were amazed after he dropped 40 on Orlando. You called him a short Carmelo Anthony. And I just want to ask you, like, could you break down for us, how does Jalen Brunson at his height and his speed, how does he get to his spots and get the shots off that he wants to get seemingly night in and night out? Well, what do you see there?
I think that you underestimate his handle, right? I think there was a lot of truth to what Josh Hart was saying about Jalen Brunson. Ironic y'all put that freeze up. But he said he's not the tallest and then he's not the most athletic, which those two things automatically make you sort of want to run up on him. And his ability to make you have to sit in a stance, he's very patient. He plays really well in small spaces, though he has done a better job this year, I feel like, of playing in space and getting his teammates to understand where to be. I think they're doing an incredible job of spacing the floor, but as I watch him break down every defender, I watch him use dribbles to make you sit into a stance. And every time he hip checks to get by you, he has this threat of stopping on his first step. He doesn't take two steps. He stops on his first step and tosses up a floater. It kind of reminds me of James Harden when I see it, but the threat of him doing that allows him to play that stop-go that Isaiah Thomas used to play in Boston, where that little open, closed door kind of move, and they just go by you, and you're trying to figure out why it freezes you, and it does because he has that ability to stop at any time and flick up that little floater that he's just shooting it really, really efficiently. What is he shooting? What? 40-something% from the field, about 38% from the three. So he carries the threat everywhere on the court. It's just been really cool to see him do everything by two. If you watch him throughout the cup, he played by two, and it's just amazing to see him do it efficiently and then not seeming like he's going to run out of gas. I think they've done a great job this offseason of getting in shape because he is moving and it doesn't look like he's slowing down. I think at the end of the games, they're trusting him more. I see now that they're going to do a little bit more pick and pop with that ball screen that I said I didn't like from him and Cat. I know New York took me for that. I'm so sorry, New York. But I think they have figured out that down the stretch, if they continue to have the that they have and they continue to have guys like Jordan Clarkson to come off the bench and score the ball, they just carry a better threat. I know when Deuce gets back, he also has been shooting the hell out of the ball. They carry a better threat coming off the bench, and I think that at the end of games, they understand Jalen Brunson just might want to just play in an ISO, and we have to be okay with that. I think him and Cat are just going to take turns saying, this is your kill, that's my kill. Whatever we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it. And if they can stay confident in that, I don't see anybody stopping them in the East.
Well, that was Iman Shumpert with Ian Begley. Shout out to you, Ian Begley, listening to us. Get Iman Shumpert on the show because when he talks about basketball and doesn't look like he's high, he breaks that shit down. It gets it by 2, Flea. I ain't gonna lie. What the hell does that mean? I'm not. One thing I won't do is front. When he gets it by 2, what does that mean? And what do you think about what Iman Shumpert was talking about?
And we was talking about the efficiency. And so he's taking great high percentage shots and he's going to get it by 2 points, right? He's getting a bunch of floaters. He's not falling in love with the three. If you could go check and see how many 3-point field goals a game Brunson is taking. I would, before you look, do we feel like Brunson took more threes last year per game, or is he taking more threes this year per game? Before you even pull it up.
Yeah, easily last year.
Right. So
I'd be
you know
shocked.
what I'm saying?
I'd be shocked.
I'd be shocked. Yeah, I'd be shocked if it's more this season. And so from what Shump is saying is Brunson is just getting downhill. It's so much. It's more.
Last year he shot 6.1. This year is 7.4.
So, but here's the thing. That's a Mike Brown offense, right? We got to take that into consideration. And maybe the numbers are a little skewed now because it's a Mike Brown offense. You're gonna get more spray threes. We ain't said that in a while. You're gonna get more spray threes because guys are getting in the lane. And Brunson is getting a lot more spot up threes this season. But he's not settling for that, is what I'm saying. Now he's getting into the lane. His footwork is impeccable. His game is just like OG says, just getting better and better. So he can rely on getting it with floaters, getting to the line now. Just not having to just hunt that 3-point shot is amazing for me. I'm just enjoying him watching the game slow down year after year after year, and him just put us in positions to win. I'm impressed. I'm impressed this season. This is the first time for me, and right, I've been a fan, but for the last 3 to 4 years with us, you guys have been the driving force behind Brunson, and I'm just like, yeah, I love him, but I need to see more. Right, I need to see more. And right now, like it's like, how much more you want to see from him, Flea? Because like he's doing everything, and he's out there actually giving up effort on the defensive end. So I like what I'm saying from Brunson for sure.
Oh boy, what are your thoughts on Iman Shumpert? I didn't like the cat talk. He clearly didn't watch the Philly game with Brunson and Indiana game because he was out of gas. But what are your thoughts on what Iman Shumpert was saying overall?
Excuse me. I mean, Iman Shumpert knows what he's talking about because he was a defender. So I just love how he broke it down because he's speaking from a defender's aspect, from a defensive mindset. Remember, he's looking at it going, if I had to guard Brunson, and he understands. And just real quick, former and current players that have platforms and talk basketball, this is what we want to hear from y'all. This is how we want y'all to talk. Like the way Iman Shumpert broke that down was great. But what I think a lot of people are not giving credit to is Jalen Brunson's father, who played in the league, who trained his son, who showed his son the tricks. Listen, Jalen Brunson studied the game like a Dennis Rodman. And let me just break that down real quick. His footwork is impeccable. The way he knows how to use his body, pause. And what Iman Shumpert said was beautifully. When you see a little guy, you automatically think it's sweet. So you're not even really going, okay, he gonna do this and do that. And Brunson is just still till this day. I don't know how people don't get it, how he's still catching y'all off guard. Y'all still don't think he's that great. But I think we have to give major props to his father, who we seen him in training as he was young. And when your pops played in the league and he understands the angles and how to use your body and what the refs will call and won't call and how to manipulate it, all that's part of the game. And when you have a teacher that's been there, that's played against the best and seen it, and he teaches you how to do it, and you practice on that, like I said, a la how Dennis Rodman will tell you, I practice rebounding so much that I can look and know where it's going to go. That's Brunson. He's going, when I got you on the block, I know where the ref is at, so I know that angle he's going to give me this. Like, Brunson is a smart player. So for me, I think things like that is very underestimated and people don't talk about enough. But Iman Shumpert broke it down correctly, and I'm just glad that he came around to talking basketball about Brunson instead of the hype, because we all get caught up in that. But now watching Brunson, he understands, like, yo, I'm a defender, and if it was me, I would do the same thing. I would run down on him because he little, he light skinned. I think it's sweet. And pop, pop, pop. And next thing you know, you in a blender. And his handle is very underrated. So I love how Iman Shumpert broke that thing down. But we got to start giving props to his pops. We may laugh at him on the sideline and joke and play around, but the way he trains his son to be what he is today, I think his pops have something to do with that.
I gotta give kudos to Flea also, because I don't think Iman Shumpert was talking about hype when it came to Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. When he spoke to Jalen Brunson's clutch performances, he was speaking to not seeing it enough, and we were saying that. Like, I don't know about him in the clutch until last year. That's when he really polished that. And Iman Shumpert said, "Yeah, all right, I'll take my chances all day with that." And now this season, he's like, "Yo, that's the guy you got to run with in crunch time."
Right.
So for him to go, he's not flip flopping. He's going, nah, he's doing the same thing we're doing. And I know AllBall got to run, but he said something else. AllBall, you might break your phone.
C team, if they're healthy.
This is Shumpert's comments with OKC versus the New York Knicks.
I thought that the Knicks would be the better matchup for OKC last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Knicks match up better than anybody with the OKC Thunder, and that has a lot to do with the way the Thunder play all the way up until the fourth quarter. I think that the Knicks do a similar thing where they play a certain way, and then they are now coming into their own, where they understand at the end of this game, we're going to hand this ball to our guy, and he's going to play lucky lefty until the end of the game. If he gives it to us, they are now rolling with a confidence that they don't need the touches throughout the game. They just know and trust that he's going to trust the pass. This is not one of those things where we're seeing Jalen Brunson exhaust and then he throws a pass that just looks unaggressive. All these passes are streamlined passes, and guys know with the energy of the game, like, this shot goes up, everybody in the arena knows it's going in. And when the game feels like that, I don't know. I think they have the best argument for the OKC Thunder not repeating. And that's not to take away from the Spurs, because the Spurs have a big argument the way they played them that last game, that they got to see them and deliver them their second loss. I thought that it was a statement game, and it was also y'all are going to have to look us in the eye type of game. Like, I think we're going to see a little bit of a rivalry, and it got kind of chippy. So I'm excited to see that. But I think that the Knicks, they have the best argument to take the OKC Thunder away from a repeat title.
I'm not dropping the ball. I'm not dropping the ball, AllBall. I'm not going to do it. But what are your thoughts on what Iman Shumpert saying? OKC's chances are slim, or they've dwindled because the Knicks are here.
You're supposed to drop a bomb anyway.
Exactly. You know, I'm a die-hard Knicks fan, so of course I'm gonna agree with him but all bias aside, he's 100% correct. Y'all got to remember, Iman Shumpert guarded Steph Curry. He understands like great players. He's looking at Brunson and he's saying to himself, we know OKC got SGA. The Knicks got Jalen Brunson. And to me, OKC got exposed last year. Like I said, as much of a juggernaut as they are, they went to Game 7 with Denver, and Denver did not have the upgraded roster that they have this year. And they went to Game 7 against Indiana. And if Halliburton doesn't go down in the first quarter, it was looking like OKC was going to lose. So I 100% agree with him. The only thing that's a little scary with us is if we do get to the finals to meet OKC, it's just our guys have to be consistent. Because we know OKC, they're guys that follow behind SGA, they're consistent. But if our guys play up to the level that we know they can play, and the refs call a fair game and officiate the game fairly, I agree with Iman Shumpert. We will be a nightmare for the OKC Thunder. I really believe that. But our guys have to come and play. That's the only thing with us. Our guys have to be consistent. And thus far this season, besides Cat, everyone's been consistent. So I 100% agree with Iman Shumpert. He knows the game. He's played defense against the greatest players. And he's looking at us and looking at OKC and seeing the matchup. And he's saying, no, the Knicks is the real deal.
Legends Productions, what's going on, man? I've been seeing you back in the mix. Got to see you back in here.
He's putting it together the right way. I like it.
Nice.
What up?
Let's get it dancing around them. You know what I mean? The algorithm.
Yeah, he's getting to it.
Killing it. Fleet, what's your thoughts on what Iman Shumpert said? You told me to drop a bomb. I
mean, listen, Iman had to clean up his act from how he was trashing Brunson last year, right? He put a lot of doubt in Knicks fans' hearts, right? So he got to clean it up. But
Fleet, real quick. He trying to get invited down there to
Legends Row. Yeah, to Legends Row.
Right. Fuck, you ain't fooling nobody, nigga.
You ain't fooling nobody, nigga. You see the guys out there. Nigga, Tim Thomas popped up. Where the fuck you come from, nigga?
He always there. Right. That nigga trying to get down there to Legends Row. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Nah, but
Hold on, Flea. You think J.R. Smith FaceTime Iman from Legends Row real quick and was like, yo,
it's lit. This shit is lit. Shit is lit.
And then he lifted the phone up like this. He went like this. There's some things in the building.
Hey, Flea.
You know Iman running around now. You know he back outside.
Hey, listen,
like a dollar bill.
Y'all on FaceTime with that nigga like everything is free, nigga.
So everything free. Y'all see, they got JR walking out the spot, blowing like he's walking out comfortable. He said, "Yo, pop up. It's comfortable right now. We good. Everything is on Dolan. We're good." Nah, but I like the fact that Iman said that, right? Because now maybe people are gonna start telling the truth about what they see when the New York Knicks play at their highest level, right? All teams are gonna struggle throughout the season, right? Right now, Oklahoma City is going through a gauntlet with the media with OG about being foul baiters, they can't be loved.
And I've been saying this since last season, Flea. So why everybody doing it now? I've been saying it.
Right. So what I'm saying is they going through, right, what all championship level teams go through, right? Now everybody is doubting them. Can they do it again? Are y'all good enough? Niggas cheated. Everybody took you to the brink. You went through 2 7-game series. Are y'all like that? And that's fair because they didn't run through the Western Conference last year. And they didn't get to the NBA Finals and thump the Indiana Pacers, right? So I think it's fair enough to say that if we continue to play at a high level, we can compete with them. They're a deep team. They got a big guard that knows how to get to it. They got guys that defend. They got guys that can shoot. They got guys that can rebound. They have everything that you need to win a championship. But if we going to compete with them, we got to do all of that. And I think we have all of that. We got guys that can rebound. We have guys that can defend. We got guys that can shoot. And we got a guard that's going to go get it. So I'm going to take my chances with the Knicks. Last year, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't sold on us. This year, again, chemistry, guys continuing to step up. I'll take my chances with them all day.
Iman Shumpert as a rookie was for the New York Knicks. Please, I wish, as much of a hater that as you think that I am, I wish it was the way he guarded D Wade. I mean, he ain't lock him up, but the way he was locked in, I was like, oh, we got one.
Bro,
this guy is crazy.
Bro, when we drafted him, I'm calling some of my friends. I'm like, yo, we drafted Iman Shumpert. They're like, who?
Yeah,
I said, my son from G-Town. I was hyped when we drafted him. So I feel what you're saying. Like, I love Iman.
I had no idea who he was. And, he made an impact immediately, but then his knee blew out. Baron Davis' knee blew out. We just went through a rigmarole that season. And like I said, I appreciate him being honest about Jalen Brunson no matter what. But you hit it on the nose, please. The man's trying to sneak into Legends Row for the free 99.
OG said, niggas see niggas having fun. Everybody outside. They let Steph back in the building. Yeah.
Well, May said you behind the barricade yelling, "May, get us in." You trying to get in the building, man. I'm not there yet. Where we could just get past anybody who's gonna get hot in the East and OKC and these guys, the Denver Nuggets. These guys have played championship basketball. If Jason Tatum comes back and is anywhere near healthy, they can scare you. Is all I'm saying. And I don't see the championship style defense. Period. OKC plays championship style defense. Anytime I see people that can get stops consistently like that, it's a different level. Can Mike Brown figure out what rotations get us the stops? Because we got enough players to get us the offense. Can he figure out like, yo, Diawara all of a sudden play him some more minutes? Oh, this is the lineup we could run you with alongside OG, so we could lock these players up, get enough stops, get Brunson some time to come back on the court, or you stay your ass on the bench and we ride this out. Because we saw the last couple games, he brought Brunson back in with like 6 minutes left. He didn't have to. And he did the same thing with Cat the other day. You didn't have to bring back Cat. Flush this shit out. But again, to AllBall's point, maybe he's trying to figure this thing out on the fly. And I can't really doubt Mike Brown either at this point. That's another positive. He's totally turned everybody around. I don't have it'll be hard for me to put a strike on Mike Brown at this point, AllBall, because he's just been his plan and what he preached has been coming to fruition. Aside from Anthony Towns maybe performing, he's still the one that said, yo, Anthony Towns got to be in these different spots. I'm starting Josh Hart. I'm benching Mitchell Robinson, and he's been assertive. Even though he doesn't come off assertive with his words, his coaching style has been assertive. The fact that, again, when we talk about Peter Patton, Peter Patton was fired by the Chicago Bulls for being vocal like that. I know Rick Brunson ain't quiet, and I know he likes to hear from his other players. So the fact that he gets input from his players, these are all positives. But it still hasn't led to some championship style defense that I'm seeing. I know a championship style defense when I see it, and I know the Nuggets might have one without one during the regular season, and then they turned up during the playoffs. That might be the last team that I've seen go crazy in the playoffs without a dominant defense during the regular season. But we're talking about the Joker, and they were on fire. Jamal Murray and Joker go crazy. That was a hell of a 1-2 punch along with the role players, and we haven't gotten there yet. I haven't seen the dominant stretch from us where I'm like, oh, now I'm talking. Now we're talking championship. Everything Iman said is on point. The pick and pop game with Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson is not really there either. So I'm not sure if he's just trying to finagle his way and sit next to Tim Thomas and Stephon Marbury.
But just real quick, my last point, I think you got to remember, Iman Shumpert is talking in real time. And at the end of the day, with the NBA, how many analysts, when you talk in real time, if you have the player like a Brunson who's consistent, 30, 40 balls, you have the supporting cast, you now have a new coach that implemented, a better offense. Yeah, you're going to overhype and get excited. So I think Iman Shumpert is just now watching the Knicks and going, okay, we do this with everybody else. Brunson is having an MVP season. Why can't we talk about him in the Knicks how we talk about a Denver or OKC? So I think he's doing it from that standpoint as far as like, okay, wow. Like, why do we consider Denver a championship threat and not the Knicks. Why? Because they got Joker. Okay, we got Brunson. So I think he's talking from that aspect.
I
They've
think
done
because we've seen Denver do it already with that core team. We've seen them do it already. We've seen OKC do it within the last 2 to 3 years. So I think that's why they continue to get a pass, not a pass, but they've been right there. Right, they was in the 7-game series with the champs last season. So I hear what you're saying. I had one last question for the panel and even for the chat, if the chat could do it real quick. But it seems like we know what our starting five is, right, for the remainder of the season. Is our starting five our best lineup, right? Or if it's not, what do you guys think our best lineup is in terms of, playing the best basketball, winning the championship? What is our best lineup on the basketball court?
I think it depends on the matchups.
That's fair.
I like tonight, or even the night when we played against San Ann, Kolek in the backcourt, with Bridges, Mitch out there. I think that's so to me, Flea, I think it depends on the matchups. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm starting to like Mitchell Robinson in place of Cat, because he doesn't get in Brunson's way. So I think it depends on the matchups, right? But that's a great question. But I think it depends on the matchups and who we going up against. To me, that's what I think. But I don't think our starting five with Cat is our best lineup, because Cat right now is playing rough. So Cat plays better than all bets is off. But yeah.
I think they are when they were setting records last year and Mitchell Robinson wasn't healthy. So I'm still rocking with that. But we haven't got to see a healthy version of some sort of lineup with Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride. And that was our best lineup last year. They killed everybody. And I know old boy hated it when I said, when Emmanuel Quickly's in the game, his hands are busy. And when him and Mitchell on the court, we getting stops, turnovers, all kind of shit. And that's what happens when Deuce is out there with Mitchell Robinson. For whatever reason, he's naturally picking up on defense, and he knows I can funnel them to my man. It's a wrap for you. And those stops is not the sexiest because it's defense. But I love that lineup because Deuce is he's shooting the best of his career now. He was in a rhythm, but then he got hurt. And earlier in the year, Mitchell Robinson was hurt. So I'm going to go with the starting lineup being our best lineup. But I can't wait for Deuce and Mitch to get healthy, bro.
Damn, I see Cherokee's lineup. Pull up Cherokee's lineup. Cherokee's lineup doesn't have Cat in it.
Brunson, Kolek.
Because I was just curious. I wanted to see, because we got a lot of mix and matches.
Brunson, Kolek, Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, and Bridges.
Now, you know what's crazy? Big shout out Cherokee. I had that lineup in my head, but I had OG in there instead of Hart.
Yeah.
Right. I love that lineup because
I think I would do that too.
Right. I had no exaggeration. That lineup I like as well, but I like OG in place of Josh Hart. But at sometimes Hart may be better because, like I said, the nights that OG be having it rough, Hart is going to give you that energy. But listen, as long as Kolek is not getting exposed on the defensive end, the way he can run the offense, and now Brunson is off the ball, and Kolek is getting guys the ball, and now that hockey pass is starting to get around. I'm gonna be honest, man. We keep pussyfooting right at balls. I know I keep using that word. Cat better get it together and figure it out, man, because he can get lost in the sauce. And just like last season, remember I told you him and Tom Thibodeau was having some problems because down the stretch of some games, Cat wasn't in the game. Remember I told you, to me, Mike Brown threw him a bone tonight, Flea. He didn't have to put Cat back in the game. For what?
No, but
he wasn't producing.
Right. But I think you do that, right? Because I think if you understand who you're dealing with, right? Like if you're a good coach, you understand who you're dealing with. And if you don't put him back in the game, maybe that rocks his confidence. You got to understand who you're dealing with. Whether we want to call Cat soft or not, at the end of the day, you got to understand what child you're dealing with. Okay, I could do this with my son, but I can't do this with my daughter. I got to move like this with him because he ain't mentally tough enough. And I ain't got time.
Or she is and he ain't.
Right, or she is and he ain't. Right, exactly, 1,000%. Right, so I gotta move this way with him and move this way with her because her mental toughness ain't where it needs. His mental toughness ain't where it needs to be, and I ain't got time to nurture that. So I'm gonna get him back in the game because guess what? He may hit 2 threes that puts us back. He's capable of that, right? So
yeah, but
you're right. He didn't have to, but I think that was a good move.
But then we go back to last season in the playoffs against Indiana. Same thing with Brunson. We up 15, less than 2 minutes left. And because you feel like you have to put that guy back in the game for whatever reason, whether because it's your superstar or contract reasons, we lose the game. So it could have went the other way where you put Cat in there and he missed some defensive assignments, make some bogus, stupid fouls or whatever, and then we lose the game. So, I mean, the fact of the matter is we got people putting lineups out there without Cat.
Yeah, I just wanted to see.
We do, but this is the first time in a while, like at least 2-3 weeks, that I didn't see Cat catch and shoot and just straight give me the ball, boom, and it was one motion. It was the first time in a while I didn't see that. And when I saw him start to do that about 3 weeks ago, I said, "Oh, he's comfortable now." But now the day off, the 2 days off, whatever it was, I don't know if he reverted or whatever the case may be, Flea. But you're absolutely right about Mike Brown. The youngest in charge. Thank you for your
999. The youngest in charge. What up, boy?
If the Knicks got past Indiana to get to the finals last season, it would have been a lot easier to move Cat this season if they really wanted to, especially if he had games where he balled out of his mind.
Gotta have that product at his highest point. You know what I mean?
That would have been tough. Who was the last person that ever got traded after they made it to a finals like that versus a juggernaut? I don't know if that happened. Maybe Kyrie. That's the last card.
That's right there. 16, 6, 7. I mean, after 17, right? Or something like that around that time.
Yeah, and that was obviously political. That would be tough if Cat makes the finals. You trade him and fire Thibodeau. That's a whole restart.
He's just saying his stock would have been the highest at that point, and so now it's probably easy to move a center who just led you to the NBA Finals. So maybe it's easy to move him. I can understand that if we're in the business of moving Cat. That's where we at right now. Before we end the show, where we at right now, OG? Where's the meter of keep Cat or move on from Cat? We've been dealing with this now for about 18 months. Where are we at right now?
Get him the fuck out of here. You look, you pack him up. Brunson averaging 30 plus MVP. We in the finals. Pack him up.
Oh man, don't ever change, OG. Don't ever change, bro. Please.
Michael Lynch, thank you for your $5. I want to answer the question. I want to ride the season out now because that article made me think some things over. We gotta ride the season out. Michael Lynch, thank you for your $5. I wanted to trade Cat for KD so badly. KD and JB, we winning the ring. Kevin Durant.
Man, for Cat right now, if we could get a big guy that could defend and rebound and get like another solid wing guy, I keep telling y'all, Brunson has proven he can do it. I don't, I'm just saying.
Gotta show me. Brunson can't.
We gotta show you.
He gotta bring. Brunson can't go get it and win a championship without another guy that could go get you 25 a night. We need that. That's why we talking about Cat the way we talking about. Brunson's great. He ain't gonna do this by himself. We need that.
Not by himself, but I brought a point up the other day, and I'm not backing down from that. If you trade Jalen Brunson for SGA right now, whatever championship hopes they have, it's not going away. It's the same. Like he's bringing the same thing offensively, if not maybe a little more. Like SGA really foul baits crazy, and Brunson does too. But what I'm saying is this, Flea. Jalen Williams hasn't even played like that, and they lost one game. That's like, so there's no second guy going crazy with OKC for them to win. They have 10 guys in the rotation, and they have a coach that knows how to. So what I'm saying is that you're right. The smaller guys, it's a lot harder for them to win. But if you have the right team around anybody, you're not supposed to win, but you're going to compete. And Brunson, to me, he performs at every level. At every level. Clearly, there's certain defenses that he's going to be struggle against. But that's every player. You give him certain matchups, but we want to see Brunson at his best, including with his teammates.
Basketball is a big person's game, and when a big person is at it's like Ray. What the fuck you want me to say, Ray?
That's
what the fuck you want me to say?
No, I don't want to put because old boy got to
come on.
No, because when
we gotta go, but I'm saying like
is Steph Curry better than Moses Malone? And I say it's big. Yo, why you
don't start that shit? Don't start that shit.
I'm not starting anything.
In the show, man, because you're gonna have me here for another 30 minutes because I want to curse you out now because you're gonna start your shit. End the show.
I didn't answer the question though. If we traded Cat for KD, that is interesting. I just don't like KD right now to be on the Knicks because he dissed us straight up. But I think, do we have a better chance with KD instead of Cat? Yes or no, fellas?
I don't think so. I think that's still another offensive juggernaut that gets in Brunson's way. Listen, I watched the Detroit Pistons with Isaiah Thomas, which I know was however many years ago, but we've seen it done. I know it's damn near impossible, but we've seen it done. I just think, Flea, you got to put the right guys around Brunson that's just going to allow him to be who he really is offensively. We watch and that's just my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong, and I'm fine with that. I just feel like Cat is just not doing what he's supposed to do. If Cat does what he's supposed to do, then we're not even having these discussions.
Right. Which is why, you know, we need him to show up on a night in, night out basis.
JR, thank you for your $4.99. Cat for Sabonis. He can pass and defend. He gets boards and don't seem like he has an ego. He cannot defend. He's soft. What do y'all think, Cat for Sabonis?
I'm doing it. And if I can get another piece from over there as well, because I'm not just doing straight up Cat for Sabonis. No. Y'all gonna give us more than that. I'm doing that.
I'm cool.
Flea, you know,
so what you do for Sabonis and DeRozan? Are you doing that for Cat?
He's doing that. He's doing
in the
that.
show.
I think more about that.
Yo, real quick.
I think more about that.
Yo, you know Keegan Murray shooting like 27% from 3 now, Flea?
It's terrible. That's a shit, yeah.
Man, can put that bum nigga in there too. Listen, we gonna try to heist you niggas. What are you talking about?
APAP with the comment of the night.
I'll take him too.
He said, my starting front court is Torrey B, Darlene, P.R. Bryant, Susan, and Jeffrey Jr.
Yeah,
is in trouble.
Yeah, APAP. I like that lineup, APAP.
That's starting 5 right now. Nice.
Fire. Big fire.
Hold on real quick. Michael James. This is hard work, baby. Just understand, it's hard work. You know what I mean? Evolution. I'm growing, baby. I'm growing.
Before we go. Cat, Yabusele, Huck 40. I think we got an unprotected pick.
Here you go.
For Sabonis, Keegan Murray, and what was my man I just said?
DeRozan?
Mm-hmm.
And DeMar DeRozan. Are y'all doing that?
Let me sleep on it. Jesus Christ.
That can't happen. What is he talking about? He said, listen, I know Sacramento is horrible, but if they ever take Huck Porty and Yabusele in a trade for Sabonis, they might get rid of that organization. They might burn that shit down.
I'm not doing
Davis, we shitted on Cat. Yo, it was going crazy. Tory B said, yo, 40 minutes you shitting on Cat? Dave Smith, you guys not Knicks fans. I'm convinced. You stuck with us, baby. Tomorrow was Tuesday's the next game?
Yeah.
I don't even know who. We do a reaction tomorrow.
Not Minnesota at home. Minnesota in Minnesota Tuesday.
On the road. Yeah, on the road.
Oh, that's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. And man got too much. You got a lot of confidence.
Is that on national TV?
Oh,
nowadays all this shit you got to pay for. Don't give me the line. These niggas are
right.
wild.
I don't even know.
That service. Somebody gonna tell us in the chat real quick. Chat, is that a national TV game?
TV streaming. What the hell does that mean? MSG League Pass.
Y'all understand what national TV means too.
Nah, it's not because it's on League Pass.
Flea, nothing's on national TV no more, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I put on ESPN. You don't even get hollered. Like it's nasty out here.
Oh, it's on Prime?
He
All
didn't
right.
say that. I'm looking. Okay. Well, we'll see y'all.
Definitely. In between time. Could have been anywhere else. Appreciate y'all. Mañana, folks. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.